What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another video. In today's video, we'll be unboxing and reviewing the Fossil Gen 5e smartwatch and comparing it to the Moto360. Now, both the Gen 5e and the Moto360 are Android and Apple compatible, and you can find them both at the Amazon storefront, link in the description below. Now, both of these devices are non-LTE versions, which means that you can start a call from the watch, but you have to continue it from your smartphone. Now, for this video, I'm pairing both of these devices with my Google Pixel 5 running Android 11. Now, this video is a part of a playlist called Wear OS, where we cover Wear OS and related devices in detail. As always, I only feature products or services I buy or would like to buy. This gives the channel more credibility and appeal because we feature items that interest me and change the way we live. Don't have time to watch the whole video? We're now a podcast you can find on multiple platforms by searching for Pixels Cracked. You can also support the podcast by downloading the Anchor app and making a small monthly donation on that platform. And if you are listening to this on a podcast, you can find the more detailed video and channel on YouTube by searching for Pixels Cracked as well. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are with the unboxing. The Fossil Gen 5e ranges in price between $150 and $250, which makes it a competitor to the Moto360 ranging between $199 and $299. Contents of the Fossil include the Fossil Gen 5e smartwatch, charge dock, quick start guide, and warranty and product information. When it comes to the Moto360, it has the added benefit of coming with two bands, a leather band and a high-impact sports band. Unlike the Gen 5e, the Moto360 features a special coating dependent on the model you purchase, which means it should have improved durability. When it comes to design, the Gen 5e features a multi-function button, speaker, and mic. The top button on the Gen 5e powers the device off or on if pressed and held for a few seconds. If tapped and held for a moment, it triggers the Google Assistant, and a quick tap opens apps and settings. While the Moto360 is missing a speaker, it has an improved two-button system. The top button performs all the functions the Gen 5e does with the added benefit of rotating for menu navigation. This gives you an added level of precision over using the touchscreen for navigation. The lower button is a settings button, which is also remappable for a desired function. When it comes to the displays, they are essentially the same between the two devices, with the Moto360 having Corning Gorilla Glass. Both watches also have the same water resistance of 3 ATMs. Next, we have the bands. The Gen 5e band is thicker and more edgy, giving it a bolder appearance. In comparison, the Moto360 band is thinner and features waves, giving it a more active appearance. And then we have band removal. A similar quick release system on both bands allows for quick removal for improved cleaning and customization. There's also a nice feature on the Fossil unit here. You can see that we have the width of the band located on the band itself. That's going to make shopping for a new band easier since you'll know the spec. Next, we have the charge dock. The Gen 5e charge dock comes in white, which is an odd contrast to the black color of the watch itself. For size comparison, the Gen 5e's dock is significantly smaller than the Moto360's. You can also see that the Gen 5e dock has more of a minimal design, whereas the Moto360's dock is a bit more futuristic. Although the Moto360's dock is larger, it makes it easier to mount to surfaces because of its size. Now, both of these docks are magnetized, which means that the watch snaps securely into place on the dock. The Gen 5e dock has the added benefit of allowing the watch to rotate on it due to its track design. So let's talk specs. Both watches ship with the Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear 3100 processor and have 1 GB of RAM. When it comes to internal storage, the Gen 5e has 4 GB and the Moto360 8. For battery, I couldn't find the spec on the Gen 5e. However, the Moto360 contains a 355 mAh unit, so the Gen 5e should be similar. Both watches also have a quick charge feature and reach 100% in about 60 minutes. The Moto360 lasts a whole day, so the Gen E should have similar battery performance. So let's talk more about operation comparison between the two devices. When it comes to system navigation, the Moto360 outperforms here. Again, we have that top button that acts as a scroll wheel, and it's just a more precise way to navigate options. Next, we have the built-in speaker. The Fossil Gen 5e wins here since the Moto360 doesn't have a speaker built in. The speaker proved useful for media, alarms, ringtones, and the Google Assistant. What's the weather like in Hawaii?
Right now in Honolulu, Hawaii, it's 74 degrees and mostly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecasted high of 79 and a low of 70.
When it comes to the built-in mic, performance is similar. The mic is great for tasks like creating a text by voice or asking Google for information. Now, both of these devices have a heart rate monitor, but software is slightly better on the Fossil Gen 5e. The added benefit of the Gen 5e is you could tap the heart rate icon and get a reading within 10 seconds. Next, we have sleep tracking, and the Gen 5e wins here as well because it's more stable. Another area the Fossil excels is with its 4 battery modes. These are presets for unique situations which can be helpful for maximizing features, battery life, or both. Along with the battery modes are also a tutorial and tips for maximizing battery. So, final thoughts. In 2021, the Gen 5e is a better watch. The Gen 5e comes with more features, better functionality, and similar specs at a lower price. However, I will say that the Moto360 has a more appealing aesthetic and a slightly better system navigation due to its included 2 buttons, and it also has twice the amount of internal storage, which could be useful. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching this on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, there are 3 ways you can support the channel and podcast. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link found in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or would like to buy, and anything that you buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can support us is just by sharing this content with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way you can show your support is just by clicking the subscribe or follow button. Now, liking and subscribing are important. Those are your ways to vote on whether you like the video or the podcast. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. If new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. So that is pretty much it. And until next time, Leon checking out.
You